Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another video, or hello if you are new. So today I am back in Summit Sanctuary working on the lemur house again, which isn't fully a lemur house because there's another type of animal in there as well that's not exactly a lemur. But anyway, yeah, I had worked on this originally a long time ago. It was probably maybe like episode 15 or something around there, and then I mentioned in that episode originally, I just was feeling a little lost in this big space, so I decided to come back to it a little later, and at this point I was nearly done with the zoo, so I knew I had to start working on it and whatnot. Here's the thing. These bamboo pieces that I'm putting on the wall for climbing, apparently the lemurs can actually climb on them. I thought I had the climbing tag enabled when I picked these, and maybe I did. Maybe it's just specifically the lemurs because they're so small that they were able to use these for climbing, but yeah, in the end they were not. So I believe I redid most of this in the actual finished zoo to be regular thin beams that the animals can actually climb on. So hopefully, you know, that aspect of this lemur house works. But visually, it looks pretty cool. And I have seen the guests in there, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of trouble. The only thing is that I know that I put the guest barriers to prevent them from going into the little climbing area that I have on the ground, kind of in the middle of the building, and for some reason the guests are ignoring that. I think potentially it's to do with the fact that it's a walkable habitat, that it's just disabling any of those additional features because they can go off path and whatnot. So yeah, unfortunately there are guests on that little playground area, and I was hoping there wouldn't be. But it is what it is. There's, I don't think anything more I can do to prevent the guests from getting up there unless I were to, like, significantly raise that portion off the ground, and I don't want to do that because I think it would look bad. So, yeah, that's where we're at. This is definitely going to be a bit of a shorter episode, though I will spend some time at the end with actually finally showing off the lemur house, because I don't believe I have shared any cinematics of the lemur house yet. So I will be able to go in and do that once we finish this episode. I actually don't think that I 100% completed the lemur house in this episode, but there's such a small amount of things that I did otherwise, so I'm not gonna show any more footage for it. It's been drawn out enough after all this time. It's May now, so I guess it's been 5 months since I started posting these, which seems crazy. In terms of my editing, I am up to episode 43, I believe. So we're getting ever closer to the end of this series, but still, I keep raising my projected episode count for this series, but I think it's going to be close to 50 episodes now, because I know I'm whittling down the footage. I really only have like maybe a handful of, probably 10. I probably have 10 videos that I have left to edit. The problem is that some of those videos are 8 hours long because it was just like a full day of recording that I spent building the suit to try to get it done. And so, you know, usually I can fit like 2 or 3 clips, 2 or 3 videos, recordings into a single episode that I post to YouTube after I speed it up and edit out all the spots where I just stop building temporarily. But if it's 8 hours, I have a feeling that's going to be a little bit trickier to get down into like half an episode or whatever. You know, I think it's going to take up the entire episode because that's probably about the amount of hours that I would usually be able to fit into a single episode, right? Because I speeded up 950% to the original speed. So it's a good deal faster. It's almost 10 times as fast as the actual footage. And is that right? I have 8 hours. Would be maybe, I don't want to do maths right now, but you know, it's about an episode's worth. And I think I have 2 or 3 of those videos that are 8 hours long. So yeah, definitely a few more episodes than I was originally thinking for this series, but we are inching ever closer to the finale of this zoo and the final zoo tour, which I'm so excited to be able to share with you guys, because I've recorded now 2 full tours, one without guests and one with guests. And then I have to do my individual tour where I actually just walk around and talk about it. I say walk around, I mean, you know, zoom around or whatever you want to say. But in any case, that's where we're at. So stay tuned for future videos. This video, however, is basically over. Oh, you know what I do want to mention though? Because while we're up here in this area, I don't actually think this pathway works for some reason. Whatever the issue is, it's probably the same issue as why my entry spawns didn't work in the beginning either. But for some reason, the guests get like just a little bit past the stairs and then they turn around like they're not able to navigate any further. So unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have many guests up here. The lemurs are up here though. There's one on the pathway right now in this video. So there's that at least. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I post videos for Planet Zoo every Tuesday and Saturday. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!